Hi, good afternoon. This is LoraleeLiving. This is Town Visit Tuesdays with LoraleeLiving, and I'm here today with Jim Borda with Commit and Track.
Fitness and Performance.
Thank you. So we're down here at his gym, and he's actually affiliated with Orthopedic.
Prosthetics Orthotics Association.
Okay, perfect.
That's a mouthful too.
It is. So it's actually a combined facility for both operations to help in both areas. But I'm here with Jim, and he's going to share with us how and why he got started. And welcome. Thank you for being here with me today.
Well, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So how and why and what was your inspiration for your gym? And
well, originally I was more of a performer. I was a cop, and then I was doing stunts, and I got pretty beat up. I worked with a lot of physical therapists, and I decided to go back to school, but I didn't want to put in all that school to be a PT, so I became a certified strength and conditioning specialist. Got to work with a bunch of PTs and stuff. I branched out on my own, had my own place, and then ran into Stan Patterson, who owns POA, and it's one of the top-notch, place for amputees in the country, probably the world.
wow.
And people come from all over. And so Stan had sent me a couple of people, namely one, Nate Winters, who was a high school athlete, lost his leg in a boating accident, and wanted to try and go back and pitch again. So what happened after that was that we worked on it, and there wasn't a lot out there. So, Ronnie, can you turn that off for a second? Does that come through?
It's okay.
I guess it's more improv. But
It is. It's all natural,
that's
raw,
I like that.
however it
That's
comes
fine.
out.
That's good. I'll be saying it about 3 more times. Probably.
Okay.
So anyway, so Nate, I got to work with Nate. We got him back pitching, and it so happens his doctor was an orthopedic in the area, and he liked what I did with him, and he took to me with Stan, and then we wound up getting a place together. And so after that, it was a smaller place on the other side of the tracks from where we are now, and Stan had his own facility, and we were going back and forth a lot like that. Then we decided to try and combine and put the gym inside. And it's the first of its kind. Most places for amputees are pretty sterile, like a doctor's environment. You go in, you put your, you fit your leg, and then make the leg, and then you walk through. We decided to do something a little bit different, make it more fun, and have these guys start their rehabilitation when they were just getting fit. Even sometimes they're waiting for their legs to be made. We could get them in here in a wheelchair and work them out, or just put them on certain machines that they'd be able to handle. And it kind of grew from there. Plus, I had my own athletes that I had been training with a while from the other gym, so they followed me over. And then we got more athletes, and then we got a PT. I happened to work with Alex Mendez, who really excellent PT, and he came in with a couple of pro football players that I had been working with, so it kind of expanded since that, from there.
Awesome.
So we have a real diverse group of people, from amputees to general population to professional baseball, professional football players, and a lot of runners that come in here. So it's, it kind of worked out real nice.
So, I know you have some special machines here that maybe other facilities don't have. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Yeah, well, we have the basic machines. I do a lot of cable work and kettlebell work that I guess other places would have. We do more, because when you're dealing with amputees, what we found is you have to train them from the core out. But also that goes for anybody, and most people kind of don't follow that guideline, and you get a lot of people with isolated training muscles in isolation, but doesn't really make them functional. They'll look better, but will they really be better or no? And so we decided to carry over that training that we did with the amputees and to athletes and stuff, and we had pretty good results with it. So, but now aside from that, we have other machines like, we have an Alter G, which is takes the weight off a person. We can go down to 20% of a person's weight. So therefore, if a person's 200 pounds, we're knocking off 40 pounds. He could train at 40 pounds.
Okay.
Or we could knock off 40. you know, we could do whatever we want with it to make it much more stress free. A lot of people, you know, running isn't the most ideal thing. You're putting so much stress on your joints. With something like that, you're not. You know, so, and we have the slide board and stuff like that, which is basically used to be used for just ice skaters, but you use it, you just slide back and forth, so you're getting your cardio work in without that repetitive trauma on the joints. So.
Okay. And what about is the cryo? Or
The cryo sauna.
cryo?
Yes, we had that actually. Alex was involved with somebody, Tom Shore, who was the Oakland Raiders strength coach, and he had people coming in, his athletes, and we had the machine here, and we were just treating a lot of his athletes, and then the machine was older, so we worked out with the deal with the distributor, and we got a new machine very recently, and we're getting the athletes back coming in to do that, and that's the cryo sauna makes, you know, a lot of recovery, but there's so many other things that it could do, and you know, it's a great machine. People use it and they feel better after they work out. Sometimes, or they just feel better. It's, you know, it kind of goes up to about 240, maybe Fahrenheit, and it's only about a 3-minute treatment. Used to be the old ice baths where guys had to sit in there for 30 minutes, which is basically torture. This is 2.5 to 3 minutes, and they're in and out, so you can bear a lot, you know, a pretty difficult situation for 2 minutes, much more than you can do for 30.
So it's like freezing cold, right?
Yes, it goes to about 240 Fahrenheit below zero.
Wow. So what does it do to your body? Does it completely like rejuvenate?
Yes, it brings, first of all, one of the big things it institutes that fight or flight, you know, that we need to really, so you're really in a hyper state, and then it cools you down, and then the blood flow goes into the joint, into the organs to protect them, then comes back out, so you get a clean blood flow like that, and then plus it's good for your skin, it's good for so many elements, you know, that one would use, and so it's become a favorite with a lot of people.
And I think I get to try it today, right?
It's the first time is always the toughest, and the leaner you are, the tougher it is, and you're pretty lean. So
I was thinking about that.
It's a good thing and a bad thing.
Okay. We'll see how it goes. I'm actually looking forward to it. I wanted to ask you too, since you've been in the community here, how long have you been here from New York?
From New York, about 20 years.
Oh, about 20 years. You've been here a while. So, since you've moved into this new facility, you've partnered with the prosthetic side, what is the buzz in the community? What are people saying when they come in here about the facility and the partnership?
Well, we haven't really publicized that much yet, because what we've been doing is we've been dealing with a lot of, you know, patients and my old clients and Alex's old clients, so we've been pretty full, but we're going outside of that now, especially with the cryo. We're trying to bring more people in, and I train a lot of doctors that have come in here. I have I trained about 8 different doctors from ORMC in the area here, so we have a good reputation, and they have sent people to us. So without really advertising, we have a pretty healthy business. But, you know, like anything else, you know, we could always use a little bit more.
So the people that are coming, they are actually like really benefiting and saying positive things.
Yeah, everybody likes it. Like I said, we really discovered something with the athlete training through working with people with the prosthetics, because it's very functional, most of it, and they feel a lot better. And it's not about being just big and strong. It's about being able to, your mobility, stability, and be able to use those, you know, muscles the right way.
Right.
You know, there's an old saying, you can't put a cannon in a canoe, and we want to make your canoe as best we can.
Yes. That's important. You got to function and be able to move agilely, right?
Yes.
Or with agility. So I kind of want to get also a background of you personally. You were
I was a police officer in New York City.
In New York City.
And well, first I I played college football and I boxed.
Okay.
I got pretty beat up in that.
Okay.
And I was a cop, but I got pretty beat up in that. And then after that, I came down here. I did some acting and some stunts, which probably wasn't the wisest thing to do. And so I spent a lot of time with physical therapists after trying to recover myself through all my injuries. And it's kind of made me think that I could do something better. And I like the idea of working with older patients too, to make their life much more functional. It's not, people are living longer, but sometimes we're not living at our best. As we get older, we lose our mobility patterns. And nowadays, even the kids are losing mobility patterns too. You see, I've seen kids with tight hip flexors more so than ever before, like the old people from sitting down or somebody at an office all day on the computer. Now the kids are at the computer screen, at a desk. So,
on their phones.
Yes, everybody's coming with this the shoulders coming forward, and the hips tightening up. So it's a problem. There's hardly any PT in the schools anymore. So we're kind of losing the younger generation because they don't want. It's hard. I even see my kids too. They want to be on the video games, and so my son's here pretty much every day.
Awesome.
So at least I get a couple hours out of him.
Yeah, that's good. Some quality time with him. And he's benefiting physically.
Yes.
He's not sitting in front of that screen.
Exactly.
So, what are you, and maybe even in a partnership, are you guys doing anything to give back to the community?
Well, we bring in people all the time. I used to work with Great Oaks Village with the foster kids.
Okay.
And we bring them in. And so
really?
Train them. Yeah, I've worked at Great Oaks Village for a while too.
Okay.
But I thought I could do more outside the working there than inside.
Okay.
So,
very cool. So how often do they get to come here?
well, they were here. Usually we used to get them in once or twice a week. But we're not doing it right now because as I said, we've just remodeled everything and we're back to stuff. So we're trying to do more and more stuff with it.
All right. Very cool. Anything else that you feel like you want to add to this before we cut off?
Probably, but when I'm finished, I'll think of it.
It's always the way it is.
Well, I know I wanted to, like I said, I worked with a lot of PT people before, and I know they're really restricted, but when we got Alex over here, things kind of changed. Things kind of changed for the better, and there's some. I don't want to say I didn't respect PT people, but I just don't think they did enough, and whether their hands are tied or not. Now Alex is outside that whole realm of operation, so he does a lot more, and it's really a whole nother world.
Makes a big difference when they're not under constraints of insurance.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I love that. So again, I want to thank you for being with me today and sharing your story and about this awesome facility here. And can you tell me the name of it again so we can share it?
It's Commit and Track Fitness and Performance, affiliated with POA, or Prosthetics Orthotics Association.
Perfect.
And we deal with a lot of soldiers coming back too. That's one of the things we do. We had military veterans coming in, and I always train them pro bono because
that's awesome.
So it's kind of and they're great people to work with.
Absolutely. And there's even Vita, the little dog here. She's got 3 legs and she is so precious. I'm actually going to put a little video up with that as well. But I love what you're doing here, and so glad that I got to come out.
Well, thank you. Now I get to put you in the cryo. So.
Yes, you get to put me in the cryo. So we're going to go do that, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks for visiting with us, and we'll see you next Tuesday on Town Visit Tuesday. Hey, I just got out of the cryo. It was pretty cold. It's pretty cool.
Lean, so it's gonna be tough.
You doing? Are you good?
If it's bad, because you're lean, first time doing it.
You got smiling. That's good.
Say you got.
Oh my goodness. So I'm getting Jim actually working.
Hey, hold on, you work on your head. Hey, they're hard. I'll tell you that. Ready to work out? Ready to come strong. It's basically almost like a stick leg.
There goes Vita running. Hey, how are you? Not to get you right here on camera, but can we talk a minute? Are we on? Yes, okay, we are. Hi. So this is Alex Mendez. He's also part of this facility that I'm in today, and he's actually the PT trainer, and wanted to get a little bit of time with him. So tell me how you got started and why you got started in PT. What was the inspiration?
Mine's a roundabout way. I was doing my undergrad in economics, and the girl I was dating at the time was starting to get a PT, and then I decided I didn't want to sit around and do paperwork all day, so it kind of seemed more interesting. So I graduated with my degree in economics, but then I went back and took 13 classes, applied to the PT program, and got in. So and then sports medicine was kind of my passion since the beginning. So I was blessed to work with. I used to work for Advent Health out in Celebration. I worked with Tom Shaw, started working doing kind of the sports medicine guy there, and so one thing led to another. So
very cool. How long ago was that?
I worked out there about 15 or so years, and that was probably three years ago.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you've been on your own for the last 3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Yep.
So how's this facility treating you? You like it?
They're great here. Everybody is awesome. Yeah, I just hung out with Jim. He's a great guy. He's got tons of experience. Even this guy over here, Jarvis, a little grumpy, but he's still pretty cool.
Grumpy?
Yeah. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's a great facility. I mean, it gives a lot of the athletes I work with, it gives them perspective on, hey, I got a sprained ankle, but there's things that other people overcome. So this is a sprained ankle, you can definitely overcome, even ACLs and stuff like that. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
we recently remodeled, so it's great. We got a track and everything. So.
Yeah, the facility here is incredible. With all the different parts to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very multidisciplinary, a little eclectic, a little Google-ish, but it's a cool place. We're pretty laid back here. We do good work. We also like to have fun. So
that's really cool. Yeah, fun is important, especially when you're trying to heal, right?
Definitely, most definitely. Yes, yeah, definitely.
So Jim was kind of sharing some of the things that you guys do, and kind of what the community is saying as far as the people that are coming in. He said you don't do too much advertisement, but as far as the people coming in, you're really getting a lot of awesome feedback.
Good, great. I didn't know. I need to be better with advertising and social media. I suck at it, but and it's good to hear. But no, I mean, I don't pretend to know it all. I don't know it all, but I try 110% with every patient, every client. So and I am a little bit of a nerd about looking at studies, research, and doing continuing education. So I try to I'm very eclectic in my approach, but I kind of bring it all together. So I definitely physical therapy, but there's tons of strength conditioning guys out there that are, in my opinion, are better than a lot of physical therapists, and so I learn from the best. I give them due credit. Eric Cressy, Greg Cook, and Kelly Sarrett, they're great guys, and some of my mentors that I study with here, Rod Negret. So I learn from every one of them, and they kind of just bring my own approach to it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so kind of it's a little bit eclectic, but I think it works. And I work with a lot of athletes, so I think if you're going to be a really sports medicine therapist and you definitely understand sports, but you also understand how to lift, and move well, which is what Greg Cook's policies, move well, move often. And I definitely apply that and just teaching like Kelly Sarrett, if you lift correctly, that carries over to the field. And you're lifting in the gym, unless you're a powerlifter, should improve your performance on the field, not detract or take away from it. And good training programs actually preventative in its inception and how you progress it. So that's kind of what I try to do with whether I'm doing a client, just a pre-rehab, so to speak, or doing actually a true physical therapy patient.
Okay.
So I do a little bit of both.
And when you're talking about athletes, you're also talking about professional athletes, football players, and
Yes, ma'am. I've been blessed. And working with Tom Shaw for so many years, I have a lot of, I wouldn't say a ton, but I mean, probably 50% of my caseload is professional athletes, whether MLB or NFL or even like, D1, D2 college football players.
Okay.
As well as some golf here and there. But then obviously I have a ton of high school kids as well. So,
Oh, wow.
So,
Really?
and then just, and then regular general population people. So,
Okay.
people, somebody with their neck and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay.
I deal with everything, but I love definitely sports medicine. But I mean, and I bring everything to it. So whether it's the training aspect or it's hands-on, mobilizations, grade, what we call in our physical therapy grade 1 to 5 manipulations, mobilizations, massage, Graston, cupping, corrective exercises. We kind of put the whole thing together to make an impact. And when you're doing just a training, again, a good training program is preventative in nature. So to make them more durable, which is kind of how I think our training is going. It's not so much about improving performance in people, but making them last longer or decreasing the risk of injury. So,
very cool. I love it.
so
Thank you so much.
my pleasure.
Yeah, and I got from Jim too. Actually, you guys are bringing in foster kids from is it Greenview or Green Bay?
I forget exactly.
But I think that's awesome too.
Yeah.
That they
Yeah,
get
we
to come
want
here
to.
and-
Yeah, we want to do more of that. We want to try to get back. I'm trying to talk with some of the guys actually coming, some of the pros to kind of hang out at some of the local, like the Title I schools in the area. Just kind of go to the games, support them to see.
Oh, that'd be
if
awesome.
we could kind of just get back a little bit. So
Very cool. All right. Thank you so much.
My
I appreciate
pleasure.
your time.
My pleasure.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.